There are two different types of formula available in Report Builder. Report formula works at the detail record level. The cross-object formula works at the summary level. Report formula is available as a report component or a field in the list component. When a report has report data source set up, drag and drop formula component into the report to create the formula. On the left-hand side is the list of available fields from the report data source. The empty space is where you create your formula. On the bottom is a list of functions available for the formula. It has many different functions like aggregation, conversion, date, logic, etc. Expand a group to see the list of functions in it. When a function is selected, instructions and examples are displayed on the right-hand side. Read the instructions if you are not familiar with the selected function. We are going to use the logical IIF function as an example today. IIF function is used to do a conditional switch based on a field value or comparison condition. For example, when the account type equals prospect, it will return the value 1. Otherwise returns value 0. Drag and drop the function into the formula. Put the cursor at the location for the data field. Drag and drop the data field to it. We add a condition to switch the value based on the value of the account type. If it's prospect, the final value will be 1, otherwise 0. That's it. Now we have the formula. We will add the field account type to see if the formula works. Adjust the locations. Let's preview the report and see how it works. You can see the formula has transformed the value of account type into 1 and 0. We could further calculate the switched value. Add a sum function to see the total of the transformed value. First, let's move these two fields to the section group header 1. Click on Arrange. Select the section group header 1 from the drop-down list. Click on Select All. Then click on OK. Now these two fields are moved to the group header 1. Select Group Header 1. We are going to group the report by account type. Select Account Type as the Group By field. Select the Formula component and click on the options. Add a sum function to it. Let's preview the report. Now we see the total count from the value we transformed in the formula. To create a formula in a list component, click on Options. Add a new column. Click on the Formula button to add a formula instead of a field. The formula fields and functions work exactly the same as report formula. Cross-object formula is created from a MeasureBox property page. To create a cross-object formula, go to Options of an existing MeasureBox. Select Formula. Click on Edit button. On the top is the label for the formula. Give it a label like average case per account. In the formula box, provide a mathematical expression like A divided by B. Next is to define A and B in the corresponding measure. Measure A is the total number of case. Click on the Edit button of Measure A. Select Data Connection. Select Case Object as Source Object. Select Case ID as Source Field. Select Count Distinct to count the number of Case ID. Measure B is the total number of account. Click on the Edit button of Measure B. Select Data Connection. Select Account Object as Source Object. Select Account ID as Source Field. Select Count Distinct to count the number of account ID. Now we have a formula to calculate the average case per account. Let's preview the report. We can see the average case per account is 12. Report formula uses detail-level data from Salesforce to calculate the value. It goes through each record for the defined calculation. On the other hand, cross-object formula queries summary-level data directly from Salesforce. Cross-object is much more efficient when processing data, but it's also limited to a single level of grouping. The cross-object formula works better when grouping values are less than 200. Also has no transformation involved in the calculation.